Hello Blender folks, welcome back to Gnomes. So here what we got is a lot of things to do in asset making, asset management, and also Blender. A lot of things with UPBGE. Let's get some icons here. These icons, I don't know. Let's get something. Okay, we're gonna... I hate those emojis here. We need to use something cool. Okay, maybe this. So works. Let's start with the glitch thumbnails work. Okay, you see my asset browser here, asset library, yeah, asset browser, the editor. When I press here, it starts to reset. So I don't know what's happened. I've just apparently, yeah, so I need to do this manually here. This doesn't work. It needs to be one by one, but okay, at least they are solving. So whichever screenshot did I took before, yeah, let's do for everything then. Is there a shortcut for this? Apparently not. So, well, let's refresh everything. Maybe this will be good for... Does it... If I play the timeline? Yeah, because these are driver based. So they occur over... They get... So this is a bit funny, but... Yeah, so it doesn't matter. So the ones that are animated, we want to have something cool about them. It's just in the beginning we have some of them. There are not too many. Okay, this one is fine. This one I think is already fine, but okay. So these ones that the checkers, they are getting wrong. Possibly these ones are broken somehow also. So let's just... These pipes were wrong, was wrong. We are doing directly in here, right? So this... Whichever materials, oh, this one. I'm playing, wait, I'm playing that, okay. Let's not play this. Okay, this one seems to be failing. Now this is erasing my... Okay, so the glitch hasn't gone entirely. Actually, it returns on... It's this one, right? Okay, so apparently... Okay, let's do some Control Z because I had them. You see? Maybe there is a cache memory. Yeah. The problem is that if you... I don't want to send the file for the... To reproduce this would be terrible. Okay, at least everything here is visible. Let's ignore if some aren't. here it's more about the materials, right? Nothing here. Compositor, nothing here, nothing here, and nothing here. So we're done here. Let's not break the others, trying to update them. So what we can do here, I have a list of things to do. I remember I was trying to get some assets from, yeah, bring assets from another scene to here, another blend file, and that blend file okay, I have these books. I'm considering if these books we can use the other method. Maybe for them will be better because they are just the same mesh object, so it's boring. These bottles, okay, let's bring many things here, right? Yeah, let's bring these things. Let's bring all this. Okay, no, hold on. Not like this. We're gonna actually... emission screens. Yeah, we need some collections here. Don't remember the order, but that should be good enough, right? Okay, that should be good. I saw somewhere I got a linked asset here. Okay, done. No other problem here. So I'm gonna bring them into maybe a temporary new collection. So we're gonna bring all this, but as I'm gonna just append them because you don't want to be okay, what happened with this thing? Apparently just bring one at a time. How weird. Okay, so and because of the method that we used, we've lost. Yeah, this is bad. So metal patch. What metal patch is this? It's all broken. Let's try linking then. Now it also breaks, right? Okay, this one doesn't. So there's screen, yeah. So there's some glass thing. What happened is that I believe the behavior here is because the glass that exists is a sort of a dependency cycle of linking. It's very stupid. It shouldn't be like that, but whatever, who knows. Because this glass is already sourced from this blend file, but this came from another blend file. So it's like when I return this into here, it conflicts with its source material, which is already here. So it needs to break it. But now I have even no idea what kind of glass it was. So what we need to do here, we're gonna break these links anyways, because this yeah, we'll have to unlink this anyway, so we're gonna just double checking. Yeah, it's the same, nothing different here. So the best thing here would be to have another blend file open, so I can really tackle these things. Oops, this was not a good idea. What the hell is this? Why I have these groups? So to solve this one, we're gonna do the way that I was doing before. So originally, so it's like we need to create a I have another classification for these names, so okay, let's address the yeah, let's assettize. What about these bottles? There, I'm curious about this feature here. It's never understood. Maybe this is the time to. Yeah, but first let's fix their materials. After we can play with this as much as we want. They are not linked. We can't access their file, but we can just open a new blend file here to address that. So I'm gonna go here. This is where they came from. Glass out space and glass simple. But something about the liquid is failing. Liquid orange. Bottle 3, glass out space. Ah, we got the wrong one. Metal patch. Did we texturize this somehow? No, this is not an image texture. Let's just compare here. Okay, there's nothing different, so we can just remove this, right? This one we can clear asset later. They are equivalent. Same thing, this is just sourcing from two different versions, but is the same thing. I need to find an ultimate solution for this organization. I have something in mind, folks. Like the thing is trying to create a blend file for the new asset that we are making in whichever blend file. As soon as possible, assetizes. Externally. And then try to work in it, the original, from this. Then if it is an isolated blend file, it's still okay, because we can then just lately just bring in a scene like here. Yeah, it will still be boring, right? So ideally we need to try to bring it in a scene like this one, right? That will be okay. Anyways, this one is one that we can probably mark as asset here. I think it's a new well, it's not even updating here. Okay, our bottle ones are about the confusion. We're in glass simple, liquid wine, metal patch 01. Okay. We should probably save each one of these liquids. Metal patch 03. This one, okay. So is this screen blank equivalent to a glass, I guess? Yes, so what we can do here, finally we start to anesthetize this because they are, we don't need them anymore from here. I have a timer here, that's just so that I don't do this forever because it's boring, right? And the cool thing is I can upgrade these things anytime. We have this carpet lounge from here, but really? Do we need them here? Ah, look at this. Eight. So in this is the one of the annoying problems. Have to find 8 of these users here for this material. It's an interesting material to have, but something to solve later. Okay, let's go for the do I have these canopies already here? I don't. Okay, but we need still to fix these materials here. Metal, aluminum, wood, okay. We're gonna relink this here later. We're not gonna care too much. I want to care about this scene feeling its content basically. So we don't care about, so just yeah, this one after Bricks Way. What is it? Bricks Crossed. Okay. So they don't get linked here because they are they come from this blend file now. So, and these numbers they created because probably some stupid dependency cycle of the data blocks, right? But we got it. Yeah, so now this is fully redeveloped, and here I think is the same thing, Bricks Way. Yeah, so as long as it is the asset here and it's not linked and it doesn't have these values, we know that it is good. There we go. So we need to bring these ones here. Alright, so this is an annoying part because this one no, it's not a texture, so this is just a stupid interaction, so just need to substitute here. Doesn't work. This is like a object. Yeah, because it has got no UV, so this is an annoying part. It's not smart enough to... You need an entire new material just for this switch, so this is the... I don't know, that might be a way to make it smarter, but I think... Yeah, I want the material original. This is why it is like that. So I need a new code for this stuff, right? Otherwise, it's just like... Yeah. So like dot obj, like this, right? Dot gen dot txt for texture. Yeah, so that instead of 001, which you don't know what is, and instead of going before the name, we're gonna... Yeah, so I think this will be a good classification. We might not see it here though, so we have to make sacrifice. The UI here is still a bit poor, right? But it has improved. So I still need this asset, which is different. So I'm gonna call it obj. The name of the material... No, I'm confusing with textures, right? So this is not a blend, it's not a file, so I think it's okay. Yeah, dot. Can be confusing, but yeah, this can lead to critical confusion. But this also is bad, so I don't know what's better. So yeah, let's leave this one. And here we gonna indeed asset mark this, because maybe we need this here and there, right? And the problem is that we lack icons to define this right, some properties of the material, the shader. But this won't solve anything, because some shaders might be so complicated that you might have object, you might have generated, you have multiple sources, right? So it won't solve anything, right? Well, it'll solve my problem here, but would just be specific, not the general solution. So at least we can do this, and yeah, it will be doubling here, but you know, or you know, actually, but because if we know how to use the materials, yeah, so if we know how to use the materials, we can just ignore this. Leave this here, right? Okay, let's lock here. This is not a material to be here, but what if we want to... This one is the... Yeah, what I can do is something like this, right? I can have the original. and I can have the no, that's just garbage. So but we can have this so we know that this is an object form, right? So no duplicates here. That was really maddening. So for example, this is geometry nodes, right? This means that this is for use with geometry node specifics. Don't touch, basically. And this is wood. So this is a variation. I just need to remember what this is, so maybe we can immediately change it. And if anything has object here, we brick them. Because we want to be able to manipulate the UVs. So this is wrong. So here we're gonna edit this thing. Let's see, we want the UV. So somewhere it was used as a object, but if or generated. So if you want there, just brick the and make its own in the original file. So this asset is special because it needs this asset in order to function. It needs the broken, but it came directly from the you got it. So we're gonna break this one as well. Not break, we're gonna just okay, this is looks usable. Yeah, not a too big change, right? So good. So this is editable, great. And here I don't need a category because it's the default UV. Although it would be good, but then the name is longer, right? So this one is just another type. Let's see. Is this... Just in case, isn't this... equivalent to this one? No, they are very different. Okay, so never mind. You see, it's kind of constant here. This was for another kind of I think I'm just gonna use this, so no more this 5D, or just call this wood 02. And yeah, great. This is even another kind of okay, we are making good progress here. Let's go back to okay, we still have about 9 minutes of this madness. So this one is interesting. I have this as a texture, but I don't know where it is right now. I'm gonna look for it. Yeah, so all these things are suspicious. Now this one is asset marked as setized. This one is not. So I wish we could link, like linked in the same, it will be easier. Right, so all this is fine now. These are all fine. So I don't need this one anymore, this catalog. Well, maybe you still need it, but for very specific textures. Looks like that we don't have this one here. So we're gonna... Great opportunity to... Oh, I see. So this is like... There's a texture, image texture inside this one. That's why it has this, but... So what we can do in this case, we're gonna change this to F. Okay, looks like it's competing. With something, or... No, it was just automatically changed the name. There's some data here, loose data. Alright, that's the new Velvet Fire. So what we can do is that this is based on a texture. Or not? Yes, here. So this is crucial. But I'll have to bring this, have to pack this here, right? Yeah. This, because this is another. Yeah. Some textures, if I send this file, this one use image texture. So here we're gonna change this to yeah, like this. This is full. So at least we know that it depends on texture image, so that's okay. And if we want to track them, we'll have to, at least we know what we are dealing with. And then it will be specific, but it won't be too hard. Yeah, so basically now I'm just repeating myself here because everything seems to be working. Already fixed all this stuff. Let's bring this. They deserve something, these small assets, right? Okay, then we get the sofas. Yeah, we have some sofas that we need to bring here. We're gonna change the name of this stuff. Yeah, how we're calling this stuff, right? T. Okay, time's up. I should drop this activity and start making a new stuff, right? But let's just complete some stuff here. Here I don't remember how I was doing this. Okay, so this is a bad asset. Actually, what we need to do is to break this down. Yeah, we don't want to link. We want this to be an asset of its own. Okay, maybe. So here I'm confused if we screw it, we're just gonna make so parent all this into here. And so the entire asset is here. What's happened here? There. It's just splitted, but it's just one. Same here, they are splitted. Okay, so I know what kind of asset I want to make. I was planning something Mass Effect inspiration. So it's like a big vase. Like I think it's already exists in real life. It's not maybe on shopping centers, yeah. It's modernish stuff, right? So alright, so this guardrail we're gonna asset mark. This time to also asset mark all this. Move to here. Alright, so is there anything else? No, it's over. So let's just check lastly this thing. If there's anything I need to do about this scene. Yeah, so I can't find this stuff. It is weird. Like they were asset marked, but this. But where it is? They are in props. Okay, they are here, but there's also these ones. Okay. I have even these things. I don't know why, but okay. And these ones. Okay, cool. Oh, I was in current file there. That's why. It's kinda bad to be looking this from behind, but whatever. We're gonna bring Yeah, the materials will break. A, B, C. Yeah, so we're gonna make sure they are from here. We're gonna fix their materials later in another session. Alright, so time for... But this is what... Well, you could experiment the technique right here in situ. Yeah, let's see if this works. Alright, this will be a bit weird. Let's say that we go to... Okay, first let's organize this stuff. These are all props, right? Okay, so you save. We're gonna go to a big scene. Starship, new scene 5. And what the hell is this? That's a character. We don't need her here. Not now, at least. Okay, the cool thing is that we can, at least for scenery that is static, or that not static, that is not, that will not be triggered that is stiff in the UPBGE, right? We can totally link them, right? Okay, so these things. Okay, so here's how I was making this thing. Have a collection, yeah, just the numbers are just confusing. But they help organization somehow. Although, if we don't mess up the collections, and every time this can be messed up, right? Then we might, it's easier to transfer stuff to the correct place, otherwise they can get lost. But this is very bad if we, yeah, so these are linked stuff. This is good. They are coming from other blend files and they are linked override. So I need to repopulate this thing. Unfortunately, I've lost the... Yeah, not time for this repopulation. What is time here is to attempt the new vase. And so we're gonna try to make a new asset from the inside here. So because it's cool to generate something here, let's make a ultimate asset making technique in Blender. Yeah, so this is not ultimate, of course, but it would be a way to improve this kind of problems, issue that I was having all the time, because they just don't fix it. I've made a feature request, 1 vote. Maybe someone will do something about this. It's also a bit hard to explain, but it's the thing is, the system is tricky, right? So, and it's incomplete. It needs some updates. Unfortunately, asset browser, asset library system doesn't receive a lot of updates. I don't know what they are doing. It's a great system, by the way, but it's like it needs more support. So I love it, by the way. Yeah. So, but struggling with. So you see, this whole thing is assetized now. So I can use this just as a one level, right? Okay, so we're gonna make this asset here. So I don't want to assetize something here, but so if I start creating an object from here, immediately I'm stuck. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do the most. It also doesn't. Yeah, so this is a crazy thing. So I have this asset marked the entire level, let's say like this launched in this room. So let's just go here to the props, the furniture, right? This is a bit dangerous, but yeah, this can cause Rick havoc, so I'm gonna save here. Okay, let's say that I want to, in this here, okay, well, where the hell is that? Ah, here. Okay, it was not. So I think you can figure out what I'm trying to do, right? So since I can't create there's an expression in Brazilian Portuguese like if Mohammed doesn't go into the mountain comes towards Muhammad, which Maomé, right? Se Maomé não vai até a montanha vai até Maomé. Yeah, sorry, it's a popular statement here in Brazil. It's a not making fun of religions, but it's just the expression that is cultural here. It's true. I don't use it, but just remember me. So this is because the analogy here is simple. Is since I cannot be on that other scene which contains this launch thing and create the asset there and bring the asset here automatically, what I can do is create the asset here, but with the visual reference of what I want. So this will be a linked thing. No, not this. This I hope won't cause any trouble, but who knows, right? Okay, so immediately we have this thing here. I don't even need to library override it or do anything. The entire thing is here. And yeah, I can't edit the mesh, so and data, but at least I can interact with it to some degree. So then I was thinking about doing this, right, but couldn't figure out what could be a good solution. Now finally turns out that that seems the right way. So we need the dummy. Okay, let's there's the okay, and here we're gonna create a cube. And we gonna try to I'm gonna bring the mesh up. The origin can stay there. We have a little problem perhaps with the orientation, but we can rotate the object, right? So I think the object it's oriented correctly. Yeah, you know what? Let's... Okay, align here. So now what we need to do is start to make the asset, right? So we're gonna call this vase square, right? Big square. I don't know, something like this. So mirror modifier for that, I'd like a, yeah, totally. We want a quad mirror. Okay, I'm gonna save here. It's a bit risky because I don't know if this method is safe for... As long as I don't, I don't think this will interact with anything else there in this state. I don't think it will corrupt anything, data, or any object data here. So even if you library override, so I just think it's weird. So I can't. Who knows? Maybe there are some bugs which happen. Right? So we want these mirrors here. And we can probably do this. So I don't know where is the... Okay, that is the original. Ah, I need to be clipping, right? Oh, it's not the, it's the, okay, this one. Okay, so it's right, there's a hole inside. It's hollow. That's fine. So here we could use another modifier, nose, or just bevel. It's low poly, right? But it's easier if we do some. No, this is not good, right? We can apply, right? Bevel, right? Bevel. It's difficult to use the. What about this? It'll be fun, right? But no, I want something more blocky and shift scale shift Z. It's a bit too tall now. Yeah, this is enough earth to have here inside, right? Can we build this in set? No, this is not good, right? Increment. Yeah, not very good here. We don't have good increments. Okay, extrude. Scale shift Z. No. Yeah, this is symmetric. That can also work. Okay, so we get something like this. We don't need this, I guess. Maybe we want J here, but that's all. We see that we have some things here we can bevel manually. Yeah, not satisfied with this one. Yeah, so here I don't know how to make this thing work. Just a little fancy detail, not too bad, right? Let's just apply or not. Yeah, because this thing, no, I see what's causing some. You know what? Let's use the correct technique here. We're gonna use the bevel on demand, right? Shift Alt B. Bevel level, yeah. Let's try real time. Okay, it seems that it is reluctant. Oh, of course. Wave, right? There we go. We can use very basic stuff here. So for the borders, yeah, let's do visual is better. They don't need to match perfectly, right? Although, yeah, it's good if they can. Okay, but to really understand the technique, it's beveling other things there that I don't want for some reason. Let's just dissolve this. Alright, so now to understand the technique, we want to go back to the... Okay, so I could do this, but I think this is dangerous. It's incorrect. So we need to close this file here. We could have multiple Blender open, but this is bad because they don't update individually. So we're gonna return to the scenery, where we saved. So we are already there. And unfortunately I forgot something very important. I actually need... Oh, what's that? Okay, because this is because of... I think this thing doesn't matter. So we need to asset mark this. There we go. Mark as asset. Although there's nothing here of importance, we gonna bring into props, okay, just for organizing the catalog. These are from the other, yeah, doesn't matter. So we are going to, now this is where things get fun, because, yeah, save. Now, yes, we return to the scenery. And now what I need to do is to, in this part here, yeah, it can be inside the object, inside this including. We are gonna append, no, not append, we're gonna actually link our prop, which is raw, right? And we're gonna, you see that curiously it appears exactly here, right? So we're gonna library override here so we can manipulate it, selected and content. We can yeah, we can do anything here, doesn't matter. What we cannot do is edit it, but this is fine because we have the master extension called edit linked library. So then you get this one, it's free, it's an extension inbuilt, well, no, not inbuilt, it's the platform, and you get then from here to edit linked library, it's called. So now I can what I can do is that I need to get this item, edit override there. Okay, just and so this will recall me to the origin source blend file of this asset, and this is being auto saved, I guess. At any time I can click this one button and return to here, and I can visualize, but I'm already visualizing it, except that here I'm not working the scene. So this is the ultimate way. So see, I started creating the asset in the I prepare where I want the asset. I start to create in the furniture source blend file, but with the reference of the linked level, everything there. Well, just the room, right? But a linked collection of the room, so it won't affect anything here. It's just for reference. And then I start to create the asset here, and I can edit it here. Yeah, there's a little problem here because I think this is aligned with world space here. Probably. Yeah, it looks like it's aligned with world space. So it's not completely right aligned, but that's fine. We can just keep working here. So for example, granting for it any materials that we want, new materials, whatever, already creating the materials from here. And so what we need here is to, so since so some sort of rocky thing for this, maybe start with this one. Yeah, maybe, why not? We can yeah, because of the mirror modifier it's a bit repetitive, so maybe this is not the best one. Ah, this material is locked to... Okay, good catch. We gonna change this immediately. Because I didn't complete... hold on, I'm... Why I can't... Okay, it's because this thing exists somewhere else, so I need to break it. Yeah, so this doesn't exist here. They'll have to... Should I do this now? I don't have... Yeah, no, let's not do this now. It will be more confusing. Yeah, this one is beautiful, so I think we can... Yeah, let's just do this. Mark as asset, but we'll have to figure out later. At least it is here, so we can... No, it is not. Yeah, I don't know where it went. It should appear here. There, yeah, it is here. But it's broken. Okay, so we can use this, and since we are here, let's now solve this little issue. Now let's Yeah, this is nice, but there are many other things that can work here. Okay, this one also works. We can have various types of this. I'm not sure if we want a different. The bevel will go nuts, right? Why not? Yeah, this one seems nice. I don't like the reflections. Yeah, so you know here what we can do is just have a backup for this one, like and we're gonna make here like an applied bevel. Yeah, it's not the... We are continuing editing, so it's like... So this is a poor choice, but I need to be building this, so let's apply here and whatever, right? This is bad face loop, right? Yeah, we don't see because of lack of lighting. Yeah, looks like we don't have a bevel here. Yeah, this is very bad. I should have figured out this before. So this bevel method, it's beyond me. I think it's very... Well, we almost got it right. It's just that I lost the... What is happening here? It's like this is a fake... Oh, I see what's going on. Of course, we need to hide this stuff. Of course, I was working on... I inverted everything, right? So, never mind. Let's do this later. Yeah, let's just work with what we have here. And I should never have tried to do this bevel thing. It's just really bad. It has a lot of issues with the subdivision surface modifier. The interaction is creepy. At least myself, I struggle with this, so... So you don't need these bevel things, right? So... There are certainly okay-ish ways to use the bevel, but personally I just struggle a lot. Every time I tried, oh, this is not like subdivision surface modifier. I can handle it very well usually, but yeah, so much simpler, right? Yeah, so this is a bit surrealistic. I'm not sure it's matching, but it's not that bad, right? Maybe we can keep this. Yeah, at least it's interesting, right? And we can always change the scale here. This one I think is good. So it looks like a different material, right? Now this is... Yeah, something like this. And here, of course... Yeah, it's matching this one. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is that we need something for the dirt here. So I don't have Of course, it's not this. I don't have something that could mimic this very well. Yeah, so a good point, we could try to make, yeah, we can make a, we should make a earth material here. We can try what's closest to it right now. Probably not this, but this is interesting because I think there's some bump map. I can use this for tricking some stuff. Hold on, folks. All right, so we're gonna, there's a mosquito attack. Okay, I'm gonna break this and we're gonna make it dirt. I don't really have good ideas for this kind of material. I don't know how it is made. Good looking dirt, so it's something that I haven't tried because probably relying on bump might not be a bad idea. Like right now it looks like some mud, right? Solidified mud, but it's not. Not what we are looking for, right? So this Voronoi is probably not what we want. I think we can. This bump is, we don't want metallic. We don't want roughness. Yeah, so this is much better, but we see that this of course we want some bump, but the effect is too brutal in performance. Maybe it's a question of yeah, so maybe this normal map can do some job. It's not exactly the Earth, so anyways. Let's look first, isolate the noise, right? So this is sort of the map. We need certainly a color ramp here for this, right? So I can pick this thing here. Find the right tones, the right colors. Yeah, the bump is making everything too heavy, so... And maybe it's not even useful here. This looks some cool pattern to me. Yeah, this is very heavy. It's probably we have too much detail here. So and some distortion or lacunarity, I don't know which. Yeah, like we can... Doesn't really look like the... What this normal map would be doing. Something that I don't really use too much of. I have some notions, but in practice, like simplifying the mesh. So do I need this thing here? Yeah, it sort of affects how the light reflects. So I don't know if we even need this for here, but it looks okay. I'd like to make the bump thing, but displacement. But it's too heavy, so this is the annoying part, right? Yeah, so this usually is a bit too heavy, right? Filter width in pixel used to compute the bump. Yeah, let's... Yeah, I know, this one seems good. It seems even... Isn't this the more we... For stepwise texture, a larger filter width can be used to bevel like an effect on edge. I don't know, but it doesn't... Seems like we manage it. Okay, I like this result. Looks like we have some moss, some organic debris, dead leaves and stuff like that. So that's interesting. With just this thing. So we got a good dirt, so we're gonna call it. Could be, yeah, one kind of dirt. Now we need a tree for that, and we're gonna cheat here because we could make a lot of trees, but we have the incredible gen, right? So we're gonna just make a tree here with coming with the armature. Why not? I always forget how we collapse this. Shift A, right? Okay. So we're gonna make this wrong technique. So we want... Well, actually... we could have multiple... Oh, I forgot something here. Very fundamental. will fuck up everything, right? Yeah, whatever, we can adjust this later. Much better now. We can always make more versions of this. So this is the interesting point. Let's try this out. What does this? Why it breaks my link material to object or the object? Link material to object or the object. Okay, so I don't understand why my material is broken here, but it's still there, right? So where's the material, right? Makes no sense. So if I duplicate this asset, or if I Alt D instead, just for experimentation here. Okay, let's say I want this thing here. Exactly, so the weird thing about this is that the material doesn't show here. I have to like, it's creepy, right? But this could be a good way to make the variations, right? I hope this is stable, right? Okay, and I can't go back. So what I had here was the... Yeah, since we're here already. Okay. Let's so here we're gonna bring that asphalt thing. And now this has this feature, right? Okay, so we're gonna no, it is here. All right, so what we need to do is to delete this one. No, not like this. We select this and transfer here. And here we select this. So this has nothing to do with the UVs. And so all of these, well, they lost their... Okay, let's try again. So bricks, There we go. So remove this. So I don't know what I did wrong, but organics, it is thing here. Okay, then we select this, assign this to this material, right? Remove this, and now we got it. So now we can just change the, we can have linked, same linked copies here of this thing, like which can be confusing. I don't like this, but it's the same. So we could do this with those cubes, right? So this is a good strategy, except that I'm not doing this yet. We need to make the bricks. So this is how we use this thing. Finally, I've understood. You need a real case scenario, an experience, otherwise it's very confusing. And you see, managing exchanging here is very weird also. So let's bring this Gen 3. So we need to, yeah, we have to, gotta make a small tree. We can also edit it. I'm tempted to delete the armature after all and the leaves, but how does it work already? Add. Curve. Sapling tree generate. Yeah, so unfortunately we need to okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this thing. Move to the center because I think the sapling tree will be generated here. It's one limitation of the this is a nice one, right? But it's not exactly what I wanted. That's scale, yeah, we want small one. That's a nice one, but we have other things to do here. This one I think I have already somewhere. This one is nice, resemble a Araucaria. Maybe I'll make that one. Hey, did they add this one? Small pine, I don't... Yeah, it doesn't fit very well. The other fits better, I think. Yeah, the trunk is too big for... Yeah, so you need some more... yeah, so the best thing here would be the small pine. This one? No, it was the... This one, yeah. Ah, we've lost the... Yeah, so like the add-on is pretty nice, but it needs some... We can scale to the side later. Don't see anything here. Geometry. Leaves. Yeah, let's get some leaves because it's great. Show leaves. It's not exactly, well, it's an alien tree, right? So we can... I don't know how I have this. I didn't pick anything here, right? I got some randomization here. I think that yeah, they don't reset. Yeah, good way to ruin the Okay, let's try this one. This one is good. This one, it's a bit difficult to use. They say branch radius. I'm not sure about this make mesh curves to mesh. That sounds, if we can. It will be good for the material, but it's a lot more. Let's leave like this. We can always remake this. And animation. Oops. Okay, so it looks like we've lost the the animation, but so we don't need the armature. Then we have an asset here. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna go back to here, select the tree, and there we go. So now we can make a collection for this, as well as an empty how do you call small tree? Don't so we clear asset. Let's instead parent these two. I don't like this, so we can parent here. I don't think this will break. Maybe for the armature that would break something, but and here we're gonna move this into and now we need to bring yeah, we're gonna asset mark this one. Let's bring this some material. Not sure that is sufficient, but that should work. We could use other weird. Too weird, right? Can you reuse this one? No, this doesn't work here. It has a specific. Okay, this one is cool, and here we need for the leaves. What is this one? Ah, this one was what we created there. Yeah, we don't want this. I'd like to have more colors for this, but yeah, to start with, we can have this, that's fine. So now we get this entire asset here. We are gonna find it here. Look how beautiful, and we're gonna upgrade this into props. Now we go to, yeah, now we can immediately return. Something might have broken here because yeah, because I've this is, we need to substitute this, unfortunately. Because we broke the link, right? So we did a collection, so it's not that simple. So we need to, we changed the assetized thing, right? So we need to library override. Now we got it, and so here it is here. So we just need to bring this collection into here. Yeah, actually we need to parent it, right? For some reason, okay, so here I'm experiencing something weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on. This collection has got, I cannot move the collection inside the, yeah, naturally I cannot move the collection, but I should be able to move the group. Ah, yes, I was trying to parent the, never mind. Parent this. It should be here, but it's not. I don't remember about these asset collections, but let's check here. Where would I have? They would appear somewhere like here. I think I have hub stairways here. I might have here, yeah, so they don't really go. The collection cannot go inside the, this is very weird. But yeah, there's a logic of this. So maybe this is normal. This is parented to... I just can't parent it for some reason. Ah, maybe I see what might be wrong. We need to update the library override. Now, yes. Okay, the collection, you see, it will stay here no matter what. But this group we can bring to here. No? Okay, it's not... Here it is. But it's not with the collection. The collection appears here. And then we... It's super weird, right? But it works. So... I just don't care about the collections. Maybe we should put this kind of asset collections inside yeah, so they stop having this weird appearance, because it stays in the way, right? I don't know a better solution. Fortunately, there are just a few assets in this scene that needs this care. So then now if I move this, everything moves out together. If I move this one with the assets, this thing moves all together. So we've made here, yeah, we added this little thing, and since we can make some additions here, so better than that is that we can when we Alt D this one inside here, well, no, what's happened? Yeah, when we get this and we Alt D, no. Okay, when we Alt D this thing, right? We get these names are bizarre, right? But they would get the job, but I should probably rename those things. So now we can make more of this, but this is weird, right? So this Alt D for the collections. So instead we could, the good thing is that it's already there, right? So you see, we don't have, if I relink, it will just have to reparent, do all that. So no, let's just keep doing this one. This auto updates with, it's just the same thing there. So it's weird, I need to double click here, Alt D. So this is not any regular Alt D, this is Alt D from the from a library overridden linked asset, and this is the best because it shows all these things they are here, right? It's not any junk thing that you don't know what it is. If it's a duplicate or if it's a link duplicate, it's a real library overridden thing. So you see, I don't really care about the distance. They don't need to be matching. A little more organic approach here for these developments. It's totally fine. Because after a while doing this, starts to become very inefficient, you realize, to try to be perfect in everything. And the problem here is that we don't have for this some symmetrizing effect, right? Like we don't have a mirror modifier, but we can probably fix this. Yeah, we can solve this. So we're gonna make the trick here that we're gonna add to this we're having some problems here because now the entire thing is trying to update itself, you see. I don't even know what's that thing, but we need the real one, and we are gonna add for the I see. This is, we cannot mirror the collection. Nor the thing, so you need like instancing, or if we mirror, yeah. Okay, let's try a quick thing here. Let's parent this junk into here temporarily. Then we gonna add another mirror modifier for, I don't think this will work, but yeah, it doesn't work, right? So it doesn't affect its child, so this is useless. I wasn't aware of it. So how to solve this? So we're gonna wait, what? Okay, I don't know if we've lost the asset. Yeah, just some problem with updates, I guess. Let's save and no, we indeed lost some stuff here. They say this doesn't, it's not entirely reliable sometimes, but this is, it's kind of more complicated asset, so to change this content and now it's refusing. Oh, of course, maybe I also need to do this. Yeah. My research is how to yeah, look what plants do. There's a lot of difference already. Much better. How do we do the thing for the collection? How do you say it? How do you mirror a collection? Yeah, let's look at this. Okay, mirroring an instance collection. What the hell, we can't scale a collection. This shift A about. Okay, instancing. Oh, maybe this, no, instant offset. What are these things doing here, by the way? Those links, they seem to behave differently than this one. Like, they didn't become extra... Oh yes, they aren't a collection. That's why they didn't... So this is not good. I needed to Alt-D, actually this one. Yeah, says this is a terrible. This won't be good. I need to cleanse this garbage. We need several of those. Okay, let's just work with this one here. So what we can do about instancing? I don't know what is this. Instancing collection. No, I don't know how to. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. So this requires more investigation, but we need a tutorial for that. Something about the vertex point, but it's horrible. It's very weird. And some grouping techniques is all weird and horrible. I tried already, it's just super confusing. And there might be other ways, yeah. They need to implement mirroring for light objects and stuff like empty objects, stuff like that. So one of them. Now make links and try to add the mesh to all of them, yes. Yeah, so. Instance collection, right? Instance selection. I know they were developing something. Maybe it's this thing. Yeah, but where is the scale thing? Yeah, I'm not gonna save this. Okay, folks. So that was it. We have a new asset here for the day, and we can make a bunch of more of these ones. Oh, wait. What is this? Were these the... Yeah, these are things were instanced. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, probably here. Yeah, I remember this. It's very weird anyways. So no time for the UPBGE here, folks. It's too late. But we got the asset done when we made for the day. that took a while because this was a bit challenging and we couldn't solve. It was one of these more complex assets. So need to figure out how to make this thing better. Maybe an add-on could solve an extension better. They are working on that, but I'll have to figure out. Maybe it's Blender 5.1 only for the future. Near future still. So yeah, folks, hope that was interesting. Have a nice weekend.